For me, the challenge make me going up and up and up and up. Canada is a country, immigrant country. Canada is like a mosaic.
Right.
The multiculturalism in Canada is very high.
Every week there was something new coming. In January there were so many changes. Now they cut these, no more puzzle sponsorships, no more this and that. Why do you think they suddenly realized that now they have to do all the changes at once? These problems are coming, or were they so much focused on the income or the revenue that immigrants were bringing, the students, the workers, they were bringing a lot of revenue to Canada.
Now it's around 4.5. It's very dangerous. If it goes, it's reach 6 points, the United States economy will collapse.
I have another question for you, sir. What do you see in 5 to 10 years from now? Where do you see Canada, the Canada you dream of? Hello and welcome to another episode of Odyssey with Rajpreet, the podcast where we explore the real stories behind public figures, community leaders, and changemakers across Canada. I'm your host Rajpreet, and today I'm honored to sit down with Ms. Kakou Richard Kouassi, the NDP candidate for Pierrefonds. In this episode, we talk about his inspiring journey from the Ivory Coast to Canada and how that path led him to the public service. We explore Canada's evolving immigration, the housing crisis, and what it really takes to step into politics. Whether you're passionate about immigration, concerned about housing crisis, or curious about running for office yourself, this podcast has something for you. By the end of this podcast, you will walk away with the understanding not only the importance of resilience, but also the real steps to become a member of parliament in Canada, if that's ever been your dream. So let's begin this powerful and insightful Odyssey with Mr. Kakou Richard Kouassi. All right, Mr. Kouassi, honored to have you here in Odyssey with Rajpreet, and I thank you for coming today.
You're welcome. It's my honor to be here.
Thank you very much. Okay, so before diving into the politics, I would like to go back to know about your personal journey. You have been to Ivory Coast and Canada. I'd like to know, how was this transition for you?
Yes, I'm from Ivory Coast, in French Côte d'Ivoire, in West Africa, close to Ghana. And yes, I used to live there before coming in Canada. I studied there agriculture, especially in fish,
Okay.
aquaculture. And then after I came here in town, and then here, wow. First, I used to study international trading, and then I used to work in an insurance business. And then after, I used to study an international studies program in Toronto, York University. And then after, I went to Ottawa to study law.
Okay.
But between those programs, I used to make a lot of certificates. Yeah, child care certificate in Ottawa, and before that, United Nations certificate. And so, I'm kind of person touching many things at the same time.
So basically, you like to learn.
Yes, and then I used to study in regulate Canadian immigration consultant program, and at Arizona College, Toronto online program, French online program. So this is my different program, different place where I used to to study.
Okay, amazing. It's fascinating how you did all the things and learned so many things. How did you end up with the politics when you felt like you want to serve the public?
Ivorian
Mm-hmm.
Community Association presidents in Ottawa and Gatineau. Since almost 4 years now. So for me, it's very important, to serve people. It's because that's was start also for me when I came first time in Canada. So for me, it's very important to help people newcomer, Yeah. Also help people of our community, immigration community, not only Ivorian people, any people coming from anywhere. For me, it's very important.
Yes.
So if you want, political starts by is,
And yeah, it's just part of the journey, and listen. Yeah, it's really important to help the new immigrants. I think there are so many associations available, but however, still there is a gap. For example, when I came to Canada, I was studying in university in India. It was 10 years ago now. And when I came here, I was not able to get into the university because it was new. I was still under 18. And I was like, I don't know how the process is happening. I'm not so fluent in English, and I was learning the language and everything. But I ended up not doing the university for, I think, 5 years because of lack of information about how things are doing. I was doing different colleges. I end up in private colleges paying so much tuition as an immigrant myself, But then eventually when I go back and did my research, get bigger and then get to know how the process works. But I think these information, if I knew it, or someone who could have helped me in the very beginning, it would have me a lot, and I would have studied university the first thing, right? So yes, you're right that it is really important somehow to help the new immigrants, and not just the immigrants, but sometimes the people who are here, they don't know what to do next.
oh, this is the point.
Exactly.
This is the point.
So I'd like to another question that I have: how important resilience is for you?
Wow. Yes. Resilience is for me is very, 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 very important. Because I knew many failures in my life.
Mm.
Many, many, many. So it's life, but never abandon. Never. If you trust to what you want, go ahead.
Exactly.
Go ahead. It's very important. My dream was becoming a lawyer. And I failed, but now I'm a lawyer. I wanted to lead a community. I worked for that, and now I'm a leader.
Exactly.
Not only Ivory leader, but African leader also.
Right.
Because I'm in the office of the African community in Canada.
Yes.
So for me, if you breathe until you breathe, if you still breathing, go ahead. If you trust in something, for me it's very important to be. Because you don't have anything easy in life.
That's true. Sometimes we feel a lot, weak. People are so weak nowadays that when they know what they want, but when they see one failure in the process, they kind of give up. They're like, okay, so I think this is not for me.
Yes, because the thing is, when you fail, it's a time for you to learn why we fail.
Right.
After that, you wake up and you go ahead. You still go ahead. It's life. Because if all is easy, I think you don't have. I need more challenge in my life. For me, the challenge make me going up and up and up and up.
Makes sense. Yes, that's right. And yeah, it is important. It's part of life, and it is a fact of life that we have to be resilient to achieve our dreams at the end. I agree. As you mentioned, and I had studied about you as well. You are an immigration lawyer and a community leader. You are working with so much immigration. What are your take on today's immigration system? What is happening with immigration today?
Yes, today, now we are here in Quebec province. The Ministry of Immigration, Quebec Ministry, MIFI, stopped for now some program,
Right.
to become, for example, a permanent resident, to be selected by the Quebec Immigration Office.
Yeah.
You need now to wait until 30 for students, until the June 30th. After that,
Yeah.
and we have other different programs. Quebec government said too much immigrants come in Quebec, and they can't afford, they can't accept all of them because the public service are full, medical situation, medical office, all are full. Daycare, we don't have any place with daycare, school, and about Fujis, they said they have many Fujis asking for Fujis, and they want to stay here. That's why, Quebec said to Canada, for us, we need to make to take the time to check what's happening, and then after. So the situation is difficult for many immigrants, student, foreign worker, and but for me, it's very important to our the government, Quebec government, and also for the other government from other province to work on building housing. Hire more person from medical profession, doctor, nurses, etc., and more schools. For me, that's the way to accept immigrant, because Canada is a country, immigrant country. Canada is like a mosaic.
Right.
The multiculturalism in Canada is very high, and that's great. That's good.
Exactly. And that's what makes Canada. Canada.
Yeah. So for me, Canada still accepts immigrants, but first work on building housing, hire more medical professional, hire more daycare professional, but before training more of them. And it's very important to have school culture, but also it's very important to hire foreign medical professional. We have many here, but the kids go straight to the system because the professional, I don't know how to say this in English, professional
Bureaucracy.
but the professional or the law professionnel. Law professionnel des médecins, law professionnel des infirmiers.
Right.
No, so many bureaucracy, yes. So it's very important to work on it, and I think the next will follow.
I agree on that because I had the last interview with Mr. Adam Frank. He's another candidate of NDP. All right. So we were talking about the same, that there are so many, because as Mr. Poliver said in one of his interviews, stating that the Uber drivers might be a doctor, because the medical system here is so much trashed, and you can end up taking advice from an Uber driver because they are actually eligible and they know about the medicines and everything, but the Quebec system, or not just the Quebec, but the federal system, are not trusting them. So there's so many educated people here who have completed their education, but there is no a proper way where they can actually get the jobs, where even there is a big gap. So do you think there are so many changes in 2024 for the immigration policies? they did recently. Like every week there was something new coming. In January there were so many changes. Now they cut this, no more spousal sponsorships, no more this and that. Why do you think they suddenly realized that now they have to do all the changes at once?
Because, as I said, the public system services are now, they are it's busy. You know, and also we don't have many house to rent. So look at the renting price go high and high. It's really important to build house.
Yeah.
And also, as I said, it's very important to accept foreign medical doctor by the way of training,
Yes.
and the same for education professional, daycare professional. You need to hire more and more, because if you can do that, if you don't do that, for sure, it's good to accept us, immigrants, that where they are going to school, where they are going to, how they are going to have medical services. This is all those situations. So that was good, to accept immigrants. But now we need to take care of them. If we don't take care of them, if we have private to take care of us, how could we take care of newcomer?
Agree. Yes.
So for the NDP, we don't have any problem with immigrants. I'm an immigrant.
Exactly.
But it's very important to create, I don't know how to say in English, to create the
System
to accept
Yes.
the immigrants.
Okay. There is I was doing the research, and 29% of Canadian population is immigrant at this point. And the second citizen, the kids of the immigrants, like the citizens who are born in Canada, there are 21% of them, like either one of their parent is immigrant. So, we are the country of immigrants. So we cannot completely, let them go. And since for the jobs that are coming there, I have another question here, that suddenly in 2024, they realized that there is so much problem. Why they did not work on those problems beforehand? Why they didn't realize that these problems are coming? Or were they so much focused on the income or the revenue that immigrants were bringing, the students, the workers? They were bringing a lot of revenue to Canada. So they were so hyped with the revenue that they forget the other points at that part. And then in 2024, because the elections are coming now, they think it's time to change everything.
Yes, for me, because look at 3 or 4 years ago, I know African students, student coming from Africa. Most of them was against the Canadian immigration system, because they felt I need to have a student permit, but I can't. Some of them said, because I have a black skin, or because I'm from Africa. That was not, for me, that was not that. But the thing is, as a lawyer, in Quebec, we fought for that. For students coming from Africa, because the French language in Quebec schools, university, college, that was a good point. But also they come with money, how you say.
Yeah.
They rent house, they make grocery, and because them some program school, they are still open, because most of them studies in those programs. That's good for school.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think the criminal the government, Canadian government, and also Quebec government don't check about some of person using the criminal way, take to make money with candidates in immigration. Because most of students, some of them they say, oh, I have money to afford my school, but they come after they said, no, I can't.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask for, I would like to become a Fujis.
Yeah.
But you can, as a student, how come you are going to ask for, So for me, the federal government and didn't do what he was supposed to do with immigration. For me, that's now with election, say, oh, many change, to get and content people from here. But for me, I think that's not the good way to work.
Right. As you mentioned that they did not take care of the students initially when they were, getting done into the country. They did not did a good background check at that point. And when they are here, the students are applying for refugee. And not just the students, because they gave so many visas in 2023, a lot of population from so many countries are applying for a lot of refugees. I heard this, the leaders debate this week, actually. Yeah, this weekend. And Mr. Francois was saying that Quebec cannot take the load of all the refugees. The thing is, they did not take good care of the students who were paying the fees. Now they turn into refugees. Now the government is paying from their pocket,
Yes.
the welfares.
Yes.
So I think it's a big system failure. They would have taken care of the background check well. Second, if they are in Canada, they must have given them some sort of, I don't know, maybe to give some sort of education, or they can send them back, or whatever it needs to be. Maybe they need to ask them to do more language courses if it's required, things like that, so that they can complete their study at least. Instead of asking them, now you don't have any way to go, people are just changing and converting to be refugees and relying on the welfare at this point.
Yes. And before coming here, they know, most of them know that they can study, and after that, maybe if they want, staying here in Canada and help after with their background, school background.
Exactly.
But they are here and many change also. So you can't stay here after studying.
And
You have to go back to your house, your country. So many change in a short time.
exactly. And people, they're young kids and they're scared. They have uncertainty. They have already spent and invested so much money.
Yes.
And they cannot afford to go back to their home countries anymore.
Yes.
I know some of them, they actually sell and their debate, the politicians' debate is that, oh, we never promised that you will get the PR here. But the thing is, they gave the Canadian permanent residency dream to the students and the workers, that you can get the easy PR, because people were going to Australia before. The Australian immigration was so strict that they started coming to Canada now, because it was easy to get PR in Canada. That was the only reason that a lot of people were coming to Canada. And then now they're like, oh, we never said that.
Yeah. The thing is, for me, because we need people here in Canada. Canada is a huge country. It's a second huge country in the world after Russia.
All right.
So we need people. It's just only 40 million people here in Canada, close to near United States with more than 300 million people. Also, we need people here in Canada. So for me, it's very important to make good politics for better politics for immigrants. Yeah, tell them if you need students, like you need education student in I don't know, medical system student. Let them know first before they come here. But if you don't do that, I don't know. You see what you see.
So I think it's very clear that they're using immigration to distract the systematic failure,
For me, yes.
right? So, okay. So let's shift toward the NDP platform. How do you think you can take care of such problems, as you mentioned, the housing crisis and the job and the gap between the people needed in certain trade area, for example? You said medicine. How will NDP take care of this problem?
So, about the medical system, for example, we need. Have you any medical family?
No, me no, not personally, but I had someone who is actually my friend.
You don't have been. When you ask to people family, do you have any medical doctor? Family medical? No, I don't. Why? Because we don't have many. You know, that's the point. We have around in Quebec, Ontario, around 5,000 immigrants from medical system here in Canada. Quebec, Ontario. The kids work as doctor, medical doctor. They are medical doctor to their country. But here the kids, because the bureaucracy, difficulty.
Right.
Why the government don't create the condition for them,
Yeah.
to become some medical doctors? Why? By giving them more training and use them as medical doctor. Also, a medical doctor make more time by doing bureaucracy.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yes.
That the same for the nurses. The same thing. So for me, NDP will work on those situations. It's very important for the medical system. But now about the housing, yes, we don't have many houses. That's why the rates go and up and up and up. So we need to build more houses. La Société canadienne de l'hypothèque du logement, la CHRS, yes, said now Canada needs 3.5 million housing.
Wow.
And until 2030, needs 6 million. Yeah. So we need to build more houses. The NDP will build around 600,000 each year. This is our solution. We have many federal place to build house.
Okay.
Yeah. Canada, the federal government has
Love space.
yes. But it's very important to work on a farm, many farm, to work on it, to build more houses, but we need to train more people as in the construction field, because we need workers to build. Houses can't build by themselves. We need people. So it's very important to train people. So you create job, you dream more houses. And for me, the rent would be
Lower.
lower. This is different way the NDP will use.
Right. Okay. So, Trump.
Yeah.
He's a hot topic this election.
Yeah.
He's saying that he will bring back the tariffs again. A lot of people are not actually understanding. They are panicking
Mm-hmm.
about Trump's tariffs because he's saying things will, go bad. Inflation can come to Canada. So first, can you please tell in simple words what are the Trump tariffs? Like what tariffs is he talking about?
Okay. You see, Trump wants to bring back work, as he says. He wants to bring back work in the United States. So for him, he say to the employer, the industries like automotive, auto industries, car industries, okay, coming back in the United States. Okay, this is his way. But for me, that's not the good way. No. Canada and the United States always used to work together.
Right.
Doing more higher tariff against Canada, it's not a good way. The government of Canada must, for me, for example, produce non-essential products. They have to also hear the tariff, But for non-essential products, coming from the United States. And mixture tax with electricity, water, woods, because it's very important to save our job here. And it's very important to give an answer to Trump and let him know Canada can't stay and waiting for him and be under his tariff dictatorist. That's not the movement.
Exactly. You mentioned electricity, water. Are we giving it to US?
The Ontario province exports electricity units.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Ontario province.
All right.
And yes, we can. I know the plan of Ontario a few weeks ago said we are going to high, the price, the electricity prices are going to the States. But I know that was not, that was like Trump said, okay, if you stop it, we are going to also come out. Yeah. But yes, Ontario sell electricity to the United States, and we have many other products going to the United States. So,
yeah, so as I said, it's the number one trading partner of Canada, right? What will happen if he imposes those tariffs? Because right now he's, as Mr. Adam Frank, as I mentioned earlier, he said that he's just bluffing. He's a bluffer. There are high chances that he won't do anything, but probably still chances.
For me, he won't do that because he's bluffing. Why? Because look at I don't know how to say it in English. The debt. the Ontario debts, United States debts, is from, foreign people, China, Saudi Arabia. They have many interests. Yeah, in those debts, United States debts.
Okay.
So Trump keeps still doing his policy against Canadian, against Europe, because if he's still doing this, the rates, obligation rates of those debts will go up. And the latest economic will go down, collapse. That's why he gave 3 months, to Canada, Europe to negotiate, discuss. Yeah, but because he knows that if it's still going that way, the United States economy will collapse.
Right. And the people of United States are going to pay more anyway.
Yeah.
Because they need so many services. They cannot just start doing the work right away. They need time for that.
Look at, to refinance the United States debts, interior debts, American government must have some debt obligation rates. Le taux obligataire in French, they say taux obligataire. That was 3.9.
Okay.
Now it's around 4.5. It's very dangerous. If it reach 6 points, the United States economy will collapse.
Right.
So Trump gets still doing what he wants to do. That's why he gave 3 months, to discuss. But he's bluffing,
Yes.
He's bluffing.
It's just creating pressure or not.
Pressure.
Okay. But, it's still a threat to Canada as well, right? Though we know that it might not go that far, as he is saying, but still it's there. And it can be a threat in future as well. If it gets resolved now, it will be in future. Is there any policy that NDP is creating or working on to avoid such a situation? Maybe trading with some other countries instead of relying a lot on United States.
Yeah.
We cannot.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Now, in French, we say, à quelque chose malheur est bon. To something, it's good to have problem in any thing, Why? Because for Canada, it's very important to diversify, to multiply how to say in English, to multiply partenaires commerciaux, trade partners, very important, because just staying with one country or 2 countries, it's not good, It's very important to diversify.
Yeah, as I said, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Thank you. Ne mettez pas vos œufs dans le même panier. Don't put your eggs in the same boxes. That's the point. So it's very important. And the thing is also, it's very important for Canada to create jobs. Look at, we have water, we have goods, we have, many natural riches. It's very important now to still having immigrants, because the country is huge.
Yeah.
And we create job. It's very important to create job. And for me, that will make Canada more powerful, more powerful against United States. And yes, that will be better.
Mhm. Okay, so about the healthcare system, I want to come back to that point again.
Okay.
We know that it's really bad, and we have so many educated doctors who were actually practicing in their countries, and here they don't get the opportunity. They have to do the exams, they have to do the studies. Even if they do, I know someone who has completed their education after coming to Canada, taking a lot of loan because they have to go back to university. It's a big loan, and then they end up not getting the permit to be a doctor again after completing the studies because of the bureaucracy, because of the system failure, I would say. And this is not one example. I have seen so many news and I have read so many articles of such a situation, because they're paying a lot to the doctors that they cannot afford more doctors. Is it something that the Canadian government or they don't have enough funds to pay the doctors? Is there something like that? Why they are not allowing more doctors to come into the market?
I know to become doctor, yes, first you have to be a permanent resident.
Yes.
For me, yes, that's good. But permanent residents, between permanent here, many permanent residents are doctor. It's they call doctor from their country.
Exactly, that's true.
It's very important to give them more training about the medical system here, because maybe the medical system from my back home, Ivory Coast, or for your back home in India, is not the same. But some training, because for me they are smart also.
Exactly.
Yes. So for me that's the point. And with the bureaucracy here, with the as I said, the professional order, les ordres professionnels, medical professional, l'ordre professionnel du Québec, l'ordre professionnel de l'Ontario, l'ordre professionnel de l'Alberta. It's very important to work with them, the government, to find good, way to accept and to train those medical.
Agree. And I'm talking about the immigrants actually who are actually in Canada with the permanent residency, and they have to pay to do the courses, and they have done those, and they're still not in the system. They still don't get the permits.
Yes.
And that's the saddening part, because the countries like Canada, they even hear if there's a lot of bureaucracy and the system failures. I think it's a sad thing, because it is one of the largest economy as well.
Yes.
So, okay, now since we are getting closer to the end of this conversation, I would still have a few questions for you. As someone from your writing, someone in their 20s, they just completed their studies, or maybe in their first job, they want to join you, or they want to be an MP.
Okay.
How can someone be, and what they need to do in order to run for the elections?
Okay. Good question.
Yeah, because a lot of people are interested to know about it.
Yeah. Let me say one thing to you. Before December the 24th, I didn't know I was supposed to run to this election.
Okay.
I received a call.
Mm-hmm.
Are you interested to run to the next election? I say, I was afraid at the beginning, saying, why not? Okay, so apply. They're going to send you file. You are going to apply first.
Okay.
They're going to check the security, criminal law, all of the other things. Okay, so for me, but why? I say, but why me? For me, it's very important to be involved.
Yeah.
Into the community. It's very important.
I agree.
Any kind of level it's very important to be involved. You first, you can start with your community, not just with the political branch. No, inside your community, be involved.
Right.
For me, it's very important. Be involved. Do something. As I told you, I'm the head of the community in Ivory community in Ottawa, Gatineau. Before that, I was the general secretary general of this community. Beside that, I'm involved in other things, many things.
Yes.
It's very important. By doing this, they will see you. Someone will see you. Are you interested to be part of our political party? Because we see you are very involved, and we need people like you. This is the way. It's very simple. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
Be involved.
Yes.
For me, that's the secret.
Okay. It's more like you learn about your people and help them wherever they need and get into the community services or something?
Yeah.
All right.
Different community, different services for newcomer when they can. For example, I have like something like Zoom capsule qui records le clin d'œil du mentor in French, sorry, but le clin d'œil du mentor. And for business people, person from our community, we have another one called La Lucarne de l'entrepreneur. And so different way to help newcomer. Also people still here more than 10 years, just show them different way. I would like to become nurses. How can you do? What is your where you start? So we give opportunity to nurse person to come and say, okay, I start by this way. I would like to work in the construction fields. How can I do? So we invite people from construction field. They give how they did to become construction professional.
Right.
That's different way we use. I would like to have a business. Business, a computing business or a selling business. How can I have it? So we have the partnership with some organization like incubator to help people build their business. So my organization have a partnership with kind of organization who help people to create the business. This is different way I use, in my organization to help people.
Right.
So sometimes government sending me to have some Zoom presentation. Yeah, with different services and from federal government for immigrants.
Right.
So for me, it's very important because Canada is a country of opportunities.
Right.
So it's very important to seize those opportunities. So for that, it's very important to be organized.
Yes.
When I see the India community, I'm very happy. So I would like that my community, our community, make like yours,
Yes.
So those more you are organized, more people trust in you,
Right.
and more political leaders trust in you. It's okay. This guy, we need him. He need to come in, So that's for me. That's no.
Yeah. So start with whatever you can just to help people. It's more likely help.
Yeah, and do it not because you would like forces to become a political leader. No, do it because you like it to help people. For me, if people is happy because I give him help, I'm happy. I don't need his money. I'm more happy because he finds his way, because our help,
Right.
you know. That's,
That makes complete sense. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. Because a lot of people I know, the youngsters, they learn a lot about this because so many people they know they want to be in the politics, but they don't know where to start. What should they do and how can they do? It's just they can start small from where they are, start with the people they know, and then just expand.
yeah, but now if they want to start now, they can be volunteer. Call 9 volunteer, like to give some call during the campaign. They can start by this way also, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, during the campaign.
And they can get highlighted.
They can get highlighted. Yeah.
That's right. It's a good place to start with. Yeah. I agree. All right. I have another question for you, sir. What do you see in 5 to 10 years from now? Where do you see Canada? The Canada you dream of?
For me, 10 years from now, I see a more powerful Canada, but with speed. Because immigrants coming here, they are educated.
Right.
Yeah, they're educated. But with more job, and yes, more cultural, country. Canada is a cultural, multicultural country. Is a mosaic country. It's very good. But I think we need more people in a good system, Yeah, because it's very good to say come, but it's very important to give them, to take care of immigrants. And more immigrants we take care of them, more immigrants they will be more powerful for Canada more powerful.
Makes sense. Yes. And I think this is the vision when we come to this country. This is the vision we had for this country.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it kind of lose it somewhat. It's still there, but still it's losing its, originality in some sense. But yes, we need it to be back stronger and so that people know what Canada is and no threats of Trump or anything. Even like that, Yes. So yeah, this is something I think it's a powerful and beautiful vision of yours, and I think a lot of Canadians can relate to it. A lot of Canadians can think of the same Canada. Okay. So finally, we are actually at the end of this conversation. So the last question that I have is that for your message for someone who is immigrant, who feel unheard, who is young, and what would you like to tell them at last?
Yes, for me, yes, I would like to let them know that Canada is the country of many opportunities. And it's very important to be involved. It's very important to still learn. It's very important to still learn to be involved and not be, I don't know how to say in English, discouraged. It's very, very important to still fighting because Canada is a country of opportunity. So if you have a dream, fix that dream and looking for the way to reach this dream. I'm here to help. You are here to help. So look for mentors and ask questions. Don't stay shy. Go and ask. Be involved. And I think you will find some hearing,
Yeah, Canada was full of kind people.
Yes. And you will reach your dream. So go still fight and everything will do good.
And go vote for NDP.
Yes. Go vote
This-
for housing with low prices, for work and with a good pay, for medical system good medical system, for a family medical doctor, for low cost of grocery, for a powerful Canada, but for age.
Yes. It has a very good vision, the NDP. I really appreciate its vision about the problem that common people have. And yes, that was all for today. Thank you so much for your conversation, sir. And I wish you all the best for your campaign.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here.
It's a pleasure.
I'm very honored.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you for tuning into the Odyssey with Rajpreet. I hope this episode with Mr. Kouassi inspired you and sparked new ideas. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And please leave your review for us to get better the next time. Your reviews and your support means the world to us. See you in the next one.